Hello, we're back to do lesson 23, session 5. This is our last lesson before we take our quiz. So we're going to continue our work with clocks. And problem 1 says, read the digital clock. Here's our digital clock. What time does it show? That's right, 12:30. So now we're going to draw hands to show the time. All right, let's think about this. We're going to draw hands to show 12:30. Well, we know that this is the hour and this is the minute section. So think about where you're going to draw your hands to show 12:30. The hour hand is the shorter one. And if it's half past the hour because 30 minutes have gone by, that tells me that my line for my hour hand should be halfway between 12 and the next number. 12 and the next number. So you should be drawing your hour hand between the 12 and the 1. Remember, it's a little bit shorter than the minute hand. Now, to show 30 minutes, let's count by 5 starting at 12, going around the clock. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. It ends up at the 6. 12:30 should look like that. Our hour hand is halfway between the 12 and the 1. Our minute hand is on the 6 to show that 30 minutes have gone by. Our digital clock now matches our analog clock once our hands are drawn. Number 2, circle the clock that shows 11 o'clock. Remember, in our previous lessons, we made sure to check each clock before making our choice. So we're looking for the clock that shows 11 o'clock. Let's check out our first clock here. So I see that the hour hand is between the 10 and 11. Are we going to say 10 something or 11 something? We're going to say 10 something because the hour hand has passed the 10 but not gotten to the 11 yet. So we know our time is 10 something. Let's see. Our minute hand is on the 6. Count by 5s. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. This time is 10:30. Is that what we're looking for? No. What do we see here, friends? 11 o'clock. Our hour hand is perfectly on the 11. Our minute hand is perfectly on the 12. That shows us 11 o'clock. Remember, we say o'clock when our minute hand is pointing to the 12. Is that what we're looking for? Sure is, but let's take a look at our last clock also. All right, our hour hand is pointing to the 1. Our minute hand is pointing to the 12. Do we call this time 1:12? No, we don't. We know that our minute hand pointing to the 12 makes us say o'clock. So this time is 1 o'clock. What are we looking for again? 11 o'clock. Circle the middle clock, which shows us 11 o'clock. Let's look at number 3. It is 8:30. Show the time on these clocks. Now remember, friends, when we're writing the digital time, we just listen to what we say in order to know what to write. It is 8:30. We're going to write 8:30. The hour is 8. The minutes that have passed are 30. So please write 8:30. Remember, the colon or the 2 dots separates the hours from the minutes. So we see 8:30. Now we need to draw the hands. We have to draw a shorter hand for the hour, a longer hand for the minutes. 8:30. Now we can't just draw our hour hand right on the 8 because we know it's right on the 8 when it's 8 o'clock. It's not 8 o'clock anymore. It's 8:30. Let's take a look at what our hands do on the clock when it becomes 8:30. Here's 8 o'clock. I'm going to kind of let it fall as it goes around the clock and gets halfway around. It's now 8:30. Notice our hour hand. It's now between the 8 and the 9. Can you please draw the hands on your clock to make 8:30 like this one? Again, our hour hand is halfway between the 8 and the 9. Our minute hand is on the 6 to show 30 minutes have gone by. 8:30. Okay, when you're ready, flip to the other side. All right, 2 new clocks that show the same time. These clocks show the same time. What time is it? It is o'clock. Try this one on your own. Okay, by now we know that by looking at the hour hand, we see the hour, which is the number we say first. What is the hour hand pointing to, everyone? 9. The minute hand is perfectly on the 12. When the minute hand is perfectly on the 12, it makes us say o'clock. 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock. Again, 2 zeros on a digital clock in the minute part makes us say o'clock. So what goes here? It is o'clock. That's right, 9. Please put a 9 on the line. It is 9 o'clock. Number 5, circle the clock that shows 6:30. Okay, we're going to look at each clock, decide what time it shows, and then circle the one that shows 6:30. Let's look at the hour hand first, as we always do. What's it pointing to? 6. We're going to say 6 something. Now let's check out the minute hand. It's pointing to the 12. What happens when the minute hand is pointing to the 12? We say o'clock. 6 o'clock. Is that what we need? Nope. Next clock. This gets tricky when the hands are so close together. But let's focus and make sure we check out the hour hand first, which is the short red one. It's between the 5 and the 6. Do we say 5 or do we say 6? We say 5 something. The hour hand has not gotten to the 6 yet, so we say 5 something. What's the something? Well, we can find out by looking at the minute hand. Okay, when the minute hand is pointing to the 6, how many minutes have gone by in the hour? 30. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. The time is 5:30. Is that what we need? Nope. All right, what we're not going to do is just automatically circle the last one because we haven't found our answer yet. It's important to look at it and decide what it shows us just to make sure we didn't make a mistake and pass up what could have been the right answer. So looking at the hour hand, here it is. It's between the 6 and the 7. So are we going to say 6 something or 7 something? 6 something. What do we say when the minute hand is on the 6? We say 30 because 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 30 minutes have gone by from the start of 6 o'clock. So this time shows us 6:30. We say the hour, then the minutes. 6:30. Is that what we need? It sure is. Go ahead and circle this clock because this one shows us 6:30. Number 6, it is 11:30. It is minutes after o'clock. All right, let's get our clock here again. We're going to start at 11 o'clock. Here we see 11 o'clock. But we want 11:30. We know it's 1/2 an hour when the minute hand is halfway around the clock at the 6. This shows us 11:30. How do we know that? Take a look at our hour hand. Is it halfway between 11 and 12? Yes, it is. Did our minute hand go halfway around the clock from where it was at 11 o'clock? It sure did. Here's halfway around the clock, or halfway around the circle. Notice the 30 by the 6. It shows that 30 minutes have gone by when our minute hand is pointing to the 6. So our question says it is minutes after o'clock. How many minutes have gone by, everyone? 30. After what time, what hour? 11. So we're going to put, it is 30 minutes after 11 o'clock. Go ahead and write 30 on the first line, 11 on the second line. All right, that's the end of session 5.